All right. Good morning, Lions fans. We're going to be talking about what happened last night. And I was going to post a video last night. I was up watching the game. Man, I don't think I've cheered that loud for an opposing team. I mean, I almost was cheering louder than for the Lions. I went nuts. Watching that play at the end of the game there, that touchdown, that pass was incredible. Biggest pass of his life. Drew Lock, man, way to go. Way to help out your Detroit Lions. You know, last year the Seahawks screwed us with the help of the refs. This year they gave us a bone and helped us out a little bit. So that's what I want to talk about this morning. Is your Detroit Lions are still vying for the number 1 seed. I firmly believe that the 3 seed is the safest. I mean, I don't think that really needs to be said. Clearly, the Lions win one more game and they lock up the number 3 seed. And last night and this morning, I've seen a lot of chatter on different, social media platforms where fans are upset at the Seahawks for winning. And you guys are getting it wrong. And I'm just going to tell you straight up, you're getting it wrong. There is bigger fish to fry here. We're going to be in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. If you think the Detroit Lions can't win one of the next 3 games, we have no business being in the playoffs then if we can't win one of the next 3. So to want to clinch, I get it. You want that immediate gratification and you would love to have something right now and something to talk about at work on this Tuesday morning. But I'm telling you, it's a bad way to look at it because I want the long-term gratification, right? I want the extra happiness, the extra sprinkles at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. That's because if these Detroit Lions take care of business, the Lions have a shot at the 1 seed. And I don't think I really need to go down the ramifications of having a 1 seed versus a 2 seed versus a 3 seed, but I'll paint you a little picture. And that's the 1 seed pretty much guarantees you a shot at the divisional championship or the conference championship. I mean, you get 2 home games. If you can't take care of business at home against some, highly inferior opponents, some of which you've probably already played this season, then it was meant to be, But it gives the Lions a bye and an automatic bid. So they just got to win 1. And then they got to win the conference championship, and then they go to the Super Bowl. So I'd rather have 3 games to the Super Bowl versus 4. I just think that makes a heck of a lot more sense. It also gives us an extra week to get healthy, which, really would help James Houston and CJ Gardner-Johnson big time. So there are some scenarios that make sense. And I want you to, understand the key word here is make sense, because trying to make sense of this with all of the different options and scenarios in the playoff calculator, it can just get real confusing at times. But this one's almost straightforward. And at the end of the day, the Lions need to win out. That's the most important thing. They have to win the next 3 games. They have to finish 13-4. Let's say all teams vying for the NFC conference finish 12-5. That would give the 49ers the 1 seed, the Lions the 2, the Cowboys the 3, and Philly slides 2-5. And that's probably the best scenario as far as, the Lions are potentially going to drop 1 to the Cowboys. Could. I still think they can win that game. I didn't in the beginning of the season, but after what they did versus the Broncos, if they can continue to play like that, they can win that game. So 12-5 gives the Lions the 2 seed, right? But 13-4 gives us the best opportunity at the 1 or the 2 seed. So let's talk about that. I'm just going to bring in the playoff calculator, and I'm going to start fresh so week 15 is over. Week 16, I'm going to clear it. We're going to start fresh. And right away, LA should beat the Saints. We'll take Pittsburgh in an upset. Bills should slaughter the Chargers. I think Browns will give the Texans a tough day. This is a pick 'em right here. We'll go Jets at home. Seattle played well. They're playing high right now. The Titans are also on a roll. But I'm going to say that the Seahawks go in and take care of business. Falcons possibly should win at home. Green Bay should beat up Carolina. Tampa Bay should beat the Jags. The Bears should be able to take care of the Cardinals. I'm rolling the Dolphins in week 16 at home. Must-win game. I think they can do it. And must win by meaning, they really need some help here to get back into the the push and stay up in that second seed. Broncos, even though they dropped one, I think Sean Payton's going to have them coming back alive versus the Patriots. KC should win. Philly should take care of business at home. We need the Ravens to beat the San Francisco 49ers, and our Lions have to take care of business this weekend, lock up the number 3 seed, and take care of the Vikings on the road. So the playoff picture would look like this after week 16. Again, the Lions would clinch the 3 seed just by beating the Vikings, and everybody's at 11-4 except for Dallas. Dallas is at 10-5. Now, let's say that Dallas wins this game. Changes a lot. Dallas now slides into the 3rd seed. Lions go to the number 2 seed. So Dallas winning or losing doesn't really matter, but I feel like they're going to lose this game. Let's go to week 17. Brownies should take care of business at home. I'm rolling the Rams on the road. I think Matt Stafford's going to have that team playing well. Philly should take care of the Cards. Tampa Bay should take care of the Saints. San Francisco should beat up Washington. Again, rolling these Hawks, man. I think the Hawks are gonna put it together here at the end of the season, make the playoffs. Kansas City at home, Broncos at home, Green Bay on the road. I mean, this is a tough game for Green Bay, but I think that they'll do it. Texans, I think they're not going to get beat twice by the Titans. Jags at home versus Panthers. Colts at home versus the Raiders. That's a pick 'em. I mean, who really knows? Bears at home versus the Falcons. Bills beat up the Patriots at home. And this was a tough one. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think the Ravens pull out a tight game at home. Lions got to beat the Cowboys. They have to. They have to. We don't have a choice there. We have to. So that's it for the week 17 picture. Everyone's picked. So let's see what happens to the seeding. Keep San Francisco at the 1 seed. Philly at 2. Detroit down to 3, right? Now, again, if I go back to week 16 and I change this to Dallas winning, the Lions move up into the 2 seed. So right now, it almost looks like we want Dallas to win against the Dolphins. And I don't think that there's really anything in here that makes a significant difference, except for when we get to week 18. There was some things that were bouncing around that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The playoff calculator kept changing things with different matchups, but when you did it twice, it gave me a different result. Maybe I keyed something in wrong. I don't know. All right, Birds or the Seahawks probably going to take care of business against the Cards. Ravens should win at home. Tampa should win on the road. We'll say the Bengals win at home. I mean, they're just not in a good situation. Lions will win at home. Green Bay will win at home. Colts will win at home. Kansas City wins on the road unless they're resting players. Dallas wins on the road. Titans win at home. LA has to win on the road. That's the key right there. So right now, the Lions are in the 1 seed. Now, if Philly wins, Lions stay in the 1 seed. If Philly loses, Lions stay in the 1 seed. So right now, Philly wins. We'll take the Saints at home, Patriots at home. Dolphins will win at home. Broncos will win on the road. So there you go. That's the path to the 1 seed. And see, that has the Lions and the Lions and the Eagles at 13-4. It has San Fran and Dallas at 12-5. Now I want to go back to week 16. We've got Dallas winning. Let's say they lose. Nothing changes. Okay? So that's a meaningless game for us right now. Now, there was something in here that, all right, let's say LA doesn't take care of San Francisco, which is a great possibility. Well, then the Lions drop into the 2 seed. So if the Lions finish tied with everybody and Dallas finishes 11-6, then the Lions are in the 2 seed. And so far, I've got Dallas winning every game but week 17. All right, there we go. They're at 12-5. Now let's see if we lose to Dallas, what happens? We just drop to the 3 seed. So the only way that the Lions can take care of business and get the 2 seed or better is if we win out. We have to win out. We can't lose 1 game. LA needs to give us some help in week 18 to get the 1 seed. Now, if New York loses, or I'm sorry, if Philly loses to New York and San Francisco wins, it doesn't matter because we're going to be stuck in the 2 seed when we're tied with San Francisco. So we can't tie with San Francisco. So to say this all another way, let's say, there's a tie with San Francisco in a game versus LA. Well, that doesn't help us. They have to win. LA has to win in week 18. That's the only way we get to the 1 seed. So to recap that, week 16 through 18, Lions need to win out. Dallas needs to lose to the Lions. They can win or lose or tie any other game. Philly can win out, win, lose, or tie all their games. Doesn't matter. It still puts the Lions at the 1 seed. San Francisco, they have to finish 12-5 or worse, right? I mean, it'd be great if they lost the next 3 games. That's just not going to happen. So that's your path to the 1 seed. Lions win out. Philly, doesn't matter if they win, lose, or draw. Dallas, doesn't matter if they win, lose, or draw, except to the Lions. Lions got to win out. San Francisco, they've got to drop 2. And the likely games for them to drop 2 is week 18 and week 16 versus the Ravens. So there's your rooting guide. Week 16, Lions are rooting for the Ravens to beat the San Francisco 49ers. Week 18, LA Rams, they got to pull one off for us. So that's all I wanted to share this morning, get you guys a quick update on the seeding. So again, this is why it was important last night that the Seahawks beat Philadelphia, is because of this scenario right here. There is no other way for us to get a 1 seed or a 2 seed. There is no other way for us to get a 1 seed unless that loss happens last night. There was another scenario, and I'm not going to go into it because it's pointless now. But there was another scenario that the Lions could have still had the 1 seed. It was just a little bit more difficult to obtain, but it was possible. I mean, anything's possible. It's the NFL. So that's it. I hope you're all having a great Tuesday morning and looking forward to some football this weekend. It's going to be a great week. Go Detroit Lions. Go One Pride. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.